It's another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide.
Historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Love looking to throw it. Right side to Watson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
That 1 for 1, a lot more to go. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Hey, Green.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Love. Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
First down, Love to pass. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
All right, rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. And the Eagles Eagles are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, tell all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone.
Well, there you go, Charles. His first NFL pass, and it goes for a completion.
And you know that they thought about this before even calling the play, right? Let's get him his first completion. Let's get it out of the way because we expect bigger things from him going forward, but take care of the small stuff first.
Ready?
Here's a 2nd and 7. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Back to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the first round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the first round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top role, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. Back to throw. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. No score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it. They got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
2nd and 9 now. This will be caught at about the 5. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. Touchdown. Devontae Smith from 4 yards out. And the Eagles post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Love now to pass on first down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Javon Hargrave now with his second sack here on opening night. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block him. They were on him in a hurry.
To try again after the sack. Love caught on the right side by Jones. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 37. Now Love. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Love. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 23. To the air again, Love. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott now to have the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Eagles 14, Packers 0.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Ready.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. He's got a man complete. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 49 yards.
Hut. Eagle blue. Green jack.
Jordan Love ready on first down here. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Play action this time with Love. He'll get this into the hands of Dillon, complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
The safety position continues to evolve into a bigger role in run defense than in the past. They certainly love to have him drop down and get aggressive in bringing ball carriers down behind the line of scrimmage. Not many bigger stops than that one right there.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. In motion goes the tight end. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And we'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Come my team! Come my team! Come my team! Buffalo my team! Hustle!
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Out to his left. His throw incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And Chubb will try the middle here. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. The Eagles send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Returnable for Watson. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
Okay, ready?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear? And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. They'll drop the throw. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. He connected on his first, this from 41. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To pass, here's Jordan Love. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
To throw now, here's Love. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down going to the air with Love. Flushed out right. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Love. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Going back to Love. And this is going to be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. He'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Room here to run. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
A nice throw there. We've seen a lot of those from this young man. How would you assess, Charles, his first start thus far?
I think it's been everything that they could have asked for because he's handled all the basic things quite well. And even some of the wrinkles that have been thrown at him, he's shown a lot of poise throughout and made some nice plays.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up of 3. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
Well, partner, first game of the season and one of the first big defensive stops of the season.
Brought a little extra juice with him, didn't he? Because of the adrenaline that's got to be rushing through all of these guys. Being on the national spotlight to get things started, that's a big play to get things going.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll set up to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
following the interception. Love. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Avonte Maddox. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6th one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile.
104 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Eagles are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
On 2nd and 10, Love. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Love. That's complete to Dobbs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Again, it's Love. This one swung out here to Jones. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Love. Buying time to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he's got some space here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, Love. And that is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Love now. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That was Jordan Poyer, the safety, in for the sack.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Third and long for Love. He completes it to Beckham. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. The left side completion to Jones. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Throwing, Love. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the Eagles are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It has been quite a display here in the opening game of the new season. And really, they're putting the rest of the NFL on notice. They are going to be title contenders as now they look to finish things off in the 4th quarter. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done.
Well, Carter, tonight was a great way to kick the season off. That before the game, probably as much pomp and circumstance to start a season as I can ever remember. And this